Men of Israel, Imagine. Report. State the registry.
Mausar, Banyara, Banyashala.
Mausar, Yahanna, SHALAM.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Baktan.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
Yashala.
Israel, Imagine.
Al Pakadam means to face the east in Israel. Sorry? This is Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
I.S.U.P.K.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Watazaka. Hayah. I.S.U.P.K. Baratazah. Kawah. Hayah. Hashemayim. Natan. Lanawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalatnawa. Kabalaknawa. Kabawaknawa. Wala'ah. Kabayanawa. Manasayawan. Abal. Hawashayanawa. Mayan. Right. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Waha'ala. Wapapara. La'awalamyum. Aman.
Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it.
This is the prayer for the power in Hebrew. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushua.
Baruch
Lanawa.
Akak.
La Kal Makala. Kal Marawa. Akak. Latahar. Amatazari. Akak. Lahapium. Amathium. Akak. Arakawa. Tama'ala. The Garashan. Bahashim Yahushua. Wadaman.
Prayer for the power in English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. All manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
It's the prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushua. Barak Lanawa. Wayasha'ala. Wahabaya. Saparium. Bahashim Yahushua. Wadaman.
This This is to bless Israel in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ash'ad.
Ash'ad.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahariam.
Ahariam.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Azariah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aishah.
Ashah.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Wa'aratazah.
Baratazah.
Ayathan.
Ayathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Yahweh.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Anah.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Ayashan.
Ayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'allah.
Yasha'allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Zalka.
Zalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yamawam.
Yamawam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayaga.
Balayaga.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makarai.
Makarai.
Yashamar.
Ashmar.
Afnapashka.
Afnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Kaza'aka.
Kaza'aka.
Wabawa'aka.
Waba'aka.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Wa'avalam.
I Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From which cometh my help.
From which cometh my help.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He that
moved.
keepeth thee,
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel,
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by
Nor the
day,
moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going
And
out
thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
This time forth.
This time forth.
Even forevermore.
Even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Tamayalaka.
Al-Tamayalaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al.
Al.
Kayahana.
Yahanna.
Wahab-Yabka.
Wahab-Yabka.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Ash.
Ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Ya'ara Yawa.
Ya'ara Yawa.
Sawadah.
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 Yawa Ataswa.
Wa'atazawa.
Altazabawanyaka.
Altazabawanyaka.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakina.
Wanakakina.
Magaya.
Magaya.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yashakar.
Yashakar.
Shem Yasha'ala.
Shem Yasha'ala.
Iwada.
Awada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Awa'atazawa.
Wala'atazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Lakadwa.
Lakadwa.
Awika.
Awika.
Barayat.
Barayat.
Yakaratawa.
Yakaratawa.
Alhawya.
Alhawya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashama Aliyam.
Washima Al-Yam.
Waba Abba.
Wababa.
Regarium.
Regarium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Imawam.
Imawam.
Imalak.
Imalak.
Halashat.
Halashat.
I'm Yeshabia.
I'm Yeshabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Yanawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Zerawai.
Zerawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Selah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Kamadyan.
Kamadyan.
Kasiyah Sara'ah.
Kasiyah Sara'ah.
Kayabyan.
Kayabyan.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Koyash.
Koyash.
Like it. Koyashwan.
Koyashwan.
That's like it. Nashamawa.
Nashabiyawa.
Bayan Darawa.
Bayan Darawa.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La Dapma.
Badama.
Sayatamwa.
Sayatamwa.
Nada Ya Mawa.
Dad Ayawa.
Kaira.
Kaira.
Wakazaba.
Kazaba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakazazal.
Wakazazal.
Manai.
Manai.
Kau Nasiya Kamwa.
Kau Nasiya.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Abawa.
Amawa.
Ayarasha.
Nayarash.
Nanawa.
Nanawa.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Sayatamwa.
Sayatamwa.
Kagagala.
Kagagala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Rakah.
Lapanya Rakah.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Salaki. Taba Ara Yaira.
Taba Ara Yaira.
Wakala Haba.
Wakala Haba.
Kalahat.
Kalahat.
Hariyam.
Hariyam.
Khan Tabar. Khan.
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 Tabadatma.
Tabadatma.
Kasa Arika.
Kasa Arika.
Wabasa Salaki. Wabasa Wapapka.
Wabasa Wapapka.
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Payaham.
Payaham.
Palawan.
Palawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Yahawakwashwa.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabahawa.
Yahawaha.
Ayai.
Ayai.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayabadwa.
Yahabadwa.
Wayadawa.
Yadawa.
Kayatha.
Kayatha.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Gabaka.
Gabaka.
Ayawan.
Ayawan.
Alkaha Arakza.
Alkaha Tarakaza. Psalms 121, Psalm 83 in the English. Keep thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
Be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Lo.
Lo.
Thy enemies make atonement.
Thy enemies make atonement.
They that hate thee.
They that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel.
Against thy people.
Against thy
Be
people.
consulted.
Be consulted.
Against thy hitting ones.
Against thy hitting
They have said.
They have said.
Come.
Come.
Let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
Be in the nation.
Be in the nation.
The name of Israel.
The name of Israel.
May be no more remembrance.
Be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
They have consulted
And
together.
one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
Tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacles of Edom.
Israelites.
Israelites.
Moab.
Moab.
Hagarenes.
Hagarenes.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Ammon.
Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
Philistines.
The habits of Tyre.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur.
Ashur.
Also is joined with them.
Also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of light.
They have hope in the children of light.
Selah.
Selah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As Sister Sarah.
As Sister Sarah.
As to Jabez.
As to Jabez.
As the book of Kison.
As the book of Kison.
Which perished and endured.
Which perished and endured.
They have become as dung for the earth.
They have become dung for the earth.
With the nobles like a ray.
With the nobles like a ray.
Like Zaid.
Like Zaid.
Yea.
Yea.
All the princes of Zabak.
All the princes of Sabbath.
And Zamuna.
And Zamuna.
Who said.
Let
us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The house of Yahweh.
The house of Yahweh.
In possession.
In possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As they stumble before the wind.
As they stumble before the wind.
As the fire burns the wood.
As fire burns the wood.
As the flames set the mountains on fire.
Flames set the mountains on fire.
To persecute them.
To persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
To make them afraid.
Make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
They may seek thy name.
They may seek thy
O
name.
Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And trouble.
And trouble.
Forever.
Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That we may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
That thou.
His name alone.
His name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Are the most high.
Are the most high.
Of all the earth.
Of all the earth.
Sars, it's turn. Ashabia means to be seated. Slap it up. All right, welcome to another Sabbath service. Most High in Christ. Y'all by Shemi Ashab, the brothers. Y'all Shemar Thumb, Shemi Ashab, the sisters. Again, my name is Officer Kaz. To my far right, my right-hand man is Officer Dar. My man in the middle is Trooper Marasar. The water for being here. Welcome to another Sabbath service. Like I said, we're here at 3353 Glenwood Road, and we're ready to get it in for the Sabbath service. All right. Sabbath service is made for us. It's the only convocation for our people to come together and get to learn your culture. It's been a busy week. It's going to continue to be a busy week as we just closed out of the Day of Atonement. Clap it up for that. It's the first time doing it. Hey, we made it through. To watch those brothers and sisters who worried through that and warred through it and got beyond it. You understand? So we convict our soul and we did it for the Most High. Moving on, will be the Tabernacles. Going to be on tomorrow. The Feast of Tabernacles, the opening, and 7 days from that we will have the closing. So it's gonna be a rocking week, but also it's a great week. It's a great thing for the Lord to have all these feast days. Let's celebrate them in honor of Yahweh. Understand? So if you got your swords, we're gonna turn into. We finally got out of the book, that 9th chapter. Now we're going to Deuteronomy verse 10. And what we're going to do, we're going to read in the Hebrew the first 7 chapters in the Hebrew, and then after that we come back up and read it into the English, and then we go ahead and explain it. So if you have any questions on Facebook and YouTube, just go ahead and type your questions in. Hopefully, one of our brothers and sisters will respond to the chat, and we'll answer those questions. Have any questions in the classroom, just go ahead and raise your hand, say Salakia. You can either say your questions, or if you have a comment, we'll go ahead and take the comments as well. But you got anything to say before we get started, brother? All right.
Good to be here, sir.
All right, Christ. Good to see all our brothers and sisters here today, and we're going to get started. How you doing, brother? Mom, you straight?
Straight.
Ready to read?
Wow.
All right, Most High Christ. Let's get it going.
Deuteronomy 10:1 in the Hebrew. Ba'ith. Hahawa. Amar, Yahweh, Allah, Al-Yah, Al-Yah, Pasal, Lot, Shania, Shania, Lawakath, Abanayam, Abanyam, Karashania, Karashina, Karashanyam, Karashanyam, Wa'ila, Wa'ila, Aliyah, Aishiyath, La, Ara, Saki, Saki, Ara, Wan, Itazah, verse 2. Wakatham, Al, Halakath, Ath, Hadabawarium, Ashar, Hayawa, Al, Halakath, Hawa Ashan, Hara Shanayam, Ashar, Sabarath, Shabartha, Washamatham, Washabatham, Masa, Washamatham, Barayak, Barwan,
Come. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 3 in the Hebrew. Aish, Aharwan, Aitaziah, Shapyam, Palau, Pasal, Shanya, Akath, Abanyam, Karashiam, Wa'al, Haharya, Washanya, Alakath, Bayadaya, verse 4. Wayakathab, Al, Halakath, Kama Kathab, Hara Ashwan, Ath, Ashartha, Hadabaryam, Ashar, Dabar, Yahweh, Alahayakam, Bahar, Mathal, Salakia, Mathalka, Ha'ash, Bayawab, Salakia, Bayawam, Haqualia, Bayathanam, Yahweh, Al-Yah, verse 5. Wa'apan, Wa'arad, Man, Hahar,
Wayasham, Ath, Halakaf, Ba'arak, so I get Ba'arwan, Ashar, Aishafia, Waya Hayawa, Shum, Ka'ashar, Tazawan, Tazawanya, Yahweh. Verse 6. Wabanya, Yasha'ala, Nasa Iwa, Maba Arath, Banya, so like a Ya'ikwan, Mawasara, Shum, Math, Aharan, Maya Korab, like it, Maya Kobar, Shum, Waya Kahan, Ala Izar, Banwa, the Kafyawa, in verse 7. Masham, Nasaiwa, but God, okay, so like, it's all right, it's okay. But God is good, but Hagar, the God, Waman, Hagar, the God, Yata, Betha, Yatabatha, Aradaza, Nakalia, Mayam.
Sign Christ, clap it up. Sign Christ. All right. Going back to verse 1, we'll read the English. Just to get everybody caught up. I know we had a couple of feast days in between, so we got to kind of throw it off. But what we're going on now is that this is when Moses came down from the mount, was speaking to the Lord, giving the commandments. He saw that Israel was actually worshiping another calf. He got upset. He threw the tablets down, and he was upset, and he had to go back and plead with the Lord so that he won't kill us, make us Mosaites. So now we're in Deuteronomy. So he actually just reminding the Lord that you don't want to kill them, because if you kill them, then it'll seem like you took them out of Egypt and brought them to the wilderness to die. So the Lord was like, all right, cool. So now Moses coming back up. So now we're in Deuteronomy 10, verse 1, and we go back and see what happens after this. All right, let's go ahead and read in English.
I'm gone. Deuteronomy 10:1 in the English. At that time the Lord said unto me, hew thee 2 tables of stone like unto the first, and come up unto me into the mount, and make thee an ark of wood.
So what the Lord is telling Moses now, hey, look, go ahead and cut out 2 stones. But before the Lord, he didn't do that. The Lord had it for him. Now he had to cut out, was hew, 2 tables of stone. He had to cut those stones out. And then he had to come up to the Most High God, and also and make thee an ark of wood. If you go back a couple chapters earlier, they'll tell you that they had made the Ark of the Covenant. Moses and the Levites, they made that ark already, huge ark. So that was already pre-made already. So the Lord is telling him, go ahead and hew them 2 stones and bring them on up here. Go ahead.
Verse 2, and I will write on the tables the words that were in the first tables, which thou breakest, and thou shalt put them in the ark.
And I was saying earlier, Moses got upset. He broke those stones. That's why it was in pieces. All right. So now he's telling him to bring them back up here. He'll write back on those tablets. After he hewed them out, he'll write back on the table, and it was done with them. He'll put them into the ark. So the 10 commandments, the commandments will be put back into the ark of the covenant. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 3, and I made an ark of shittim wood.
You know what shittim wood is? Shittim wood is wood that's like it's a type of wood that bugs can't get into. Understand? Wow. So termites and all that stuff could not eat through that wood. That's how important the things inside the covenant were. So they made it a type of wood that way it wouldn't leak, it wouldn't break, and no bugs would get into it and destroy the stuff they had into it. All right.
So would it almost be like petrified?
Petrified wood, but I don't know. It's a type of wood that bugs won't get. Petrified is like a press.
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
Something like that. Okay.
I'm sorry, Mr. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 3, and I made an ark of shittim wood, and hewed 2 tables of stone like unto the first, and went up into the mount, having the 2 tables in mine hand.
I'm trying to think about it. Most going up with tablets, bro. Just heavy tablets. You know what I mean? Some heavy tablets. But he carried them out. Keep going.
Verse 4, and he wrote on the tables, according to the first writing, the 10 commandments which the Lord spake unto you in the mount out of the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly. And the Lord gave them unto me. Verse 5, and I turned myself and came down from the mount and put the tables in the ark which I had made. And there they be, as the Lord commanded me. Verse 6, and the children of Israel took their journey from Beeroth of the children of Jachan to Moserah. There Aaron died, and there he was buried. And Eleazar his son ministered in the priest's office in his stead.
So Aaron was Moses' brother. So at this particular time, Aaron had passed, went on with glory, he died. And so his son Eleazar was high priest now after that. It was Moses and then Eleazar, his son. He stood in for Aaron. Aaron was part of what tribe? Anybody know? Go ahead, sis.
Levi.
Right. At that time, the Levites was taking over all the ministerial duties at the time. Aaron's brother. Well, I won't say that just yet. Eleazar stepped in and stood in for Aaron at this time right now. It'll get into that later on. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Verse 7, last chapter, last verse. From thence they journeyed unto Gogoda, from Gogoda to Jotbath, a land of rivers of waters.
All right. We'll go back up to verse 8 we had. We're going to read the Hebrew again. Go ahead, brother.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 8 in the Hebrew. Ba'ai, ha-hawa, ha-badyal, ha-badyala, Yahweh, ath, Shabbat, ha-layah, la-sha'ath, ath, Aharon, Baryah, Yahweh, la-imad, la-panya, Yahweh, Yasharathwa, Walabatka, Bashamwa, Hayawam, Hazah. Verse 9. Al, Kan, La'a, Haya, Layar, Kalak, Wanakala, Ain, Akayawa, Yahweh, Hawa, Nakalahwa, Ka'ashar, Dabar, Yahweh, Alahayaka, La, it's like Lawa. Verse 10. Wa Anakya, Imadathya, Bahar, Kayamyam, Hara'ashyana, that's like it. Hara'ashyamyam, Arabayam, Wayam, Wa'abaryam, La Yela, Vayashamai, Yahweh, Aliyah, Gum, Ba'pa'aim, Hahawa, La'a, Abba, Yahweh, Hashakyapka. Verse 11, Wayamar, Yahweh, Aliyah, Pawam, Lak, Labasai, Lapunya, Ha'aim, Wayaba'awa, Waya, Rashwa, right? Waya, Rashwa, Harataza, Ashar, Ashabayata, La'abatham, Lafaf, Laham. Verse 12, Wayatha, Yasha'ala, Ma, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Sha'al, Ma'aimka, Kaya, La Yara, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Lalakaf, Bakal, the Rakiawa, Wala Haba, Athwa, Wala Ibad, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Bakal, Labadka, Wabakal, Pashka. Verse 13. La Shamar, Matazaka, Salaki, Matazatha, Yahweh, Wa'ath, Kakwathiawa, Ashar, Anakia, Matazaka, Hayawam, Latawab, Lak, in verse 14. Hun, La Yahweh, Alahayaka, Hashamyam, Washamya, Hashamyam, Haratazah, Wakal, Ashar, Ba.
Sorry, Christ, we go back to the top, verse 8. Or verse 7. Let's start verse 8, and 14.
Verse 8.
Okay. Deuteronomy 10 and 8 in the English. At that time, the Lord separated the tribe of Levi.
Did what?
Separated the tribe of Levi.
What's another name for separating? Anybody give it to me?
Holy.
Holy, exactly. So, read it again.
Okay. At that time, the Lord separated the tribe of Levi to bear the ark of the covenant.
So Levi was a separate, he made them holy enough to carry the actual ark. They were in charge of the ark and carrying it. So they was going to bear that. At this particular time, they're becoming into a status quo, moving over to now the Levites who were the priests at this particular time. Go ahead.
To bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord. To stand before the Lord to minister unto him. And to bless in his name unto this day. So
now the Levites, it's been bestowed upon the Levites to become the minister unto the Lord. These are the ministers now that we know today as the Levites. But today, under Melchizedek, we'll get to that whole different later. At this particular time, he bestowed this on to Aaron's sons to be the minister of the word unto the Lord. All right? Keep going.
Verse 9. Wherefore, Levi hath no part nor inheritance with his brethren.
What does that mean? Tell me what that means. For Levi had no part in the inheritance with the brethren. Go ahead, sister.
They didn't have any land given to them.
Right, because their main job was to take care of Israel, minister unto the Lord. That's their main job. So they didn't do it like all the other tribes. They go out there and work and things like that. They couldn't do that. Their main purpose was to take care of Israel. So they had no inheritance, no land to be saved, nothing. Their main job was to take care. And it goes true to the day. Our main job is this truth. Now we have to have another job to sustain ourselves as well, but our main job is this first, everything else second. All right, so this is no different than back then. We have to work, and we work here at the school for our people. All right, you know.
Okay. The Lord is his inheritance according as the Lord thy God promised him. Verse 10. And I stayed in the mount according to the first time, 40 days and 40 nights. And the Lord hearkened unto me at that time also, and the Lord would not destroy thee.
This is the time, and he stayed up there 40 days and 40 nights again. You know, he was listening to the Lord, but the Lord assured him that he was not going to destroy us. So thanks to the Most High, thanks to Moses and his brotherhood, the Lord made his purpose not to destroy those Levites, or all of us who's down there trying to say prayers to the daggone golden calves. You understand? So the water to Moses, being the brother that he was, and we're still able to be into the house of the Lord right now. All right? Keep going.
Okay. Verse 11. And the Lord said unto me, arise, take thy journey before the people, that they may go in and possess the land which I swear unto their fathers to give unto them.
After all this is being said and done, the Lord still kept his promise and telling us to go into these lands and possess it, like he swore unto our fathers to give us the land of the milk and honey. He still kept his promises. Our Lord is not going back on his promises no matter what. You understand? The Lord will put us through these tests and test. He'll test your integrity, just like he tests the integrity of Moses. Could have killed all of us. Moses stood up in the gap for us and said, nah, I don't destroy it. The Lord said, okay, I'm not going to destroy it. At the same time, he's still saying, you know what? I'm going to still go out there, possess the land, and that I swore to your fathers. He's not like us. Well, some of us carnal, not now. Of course, not now. But currently, we used to be, we will say things and then we'll go back on our word, and we used to call that. It's a word kids used to call that. When we say promise something and we don't do it, and then get whatever the heck it was. Whatever it was.
So I get one word is renege.
Yeah, renege. There you go. You'll hear me renege on the deal. Lord's not that. He's not a renegger.
Right.
It's like, but he is a nigga. But he is a nigga.
Right.
Nah, he is a nigga, but he's not a renegger.
Right.
So the Lord is going to go through with his promises, man. So he promised that he will kill you, and he's gonna kill you. He also promised to give you the land, the milk and honey that's flowing, and prosperous. He's going to do that. And he still reminds us to this day that we're going to get the land of our forefathers. We're going to still inherit that. All right? Keep going.
Verse 12, and now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Now, Israel, all the stuff that Moses did for us, now what is required of you? Before we can get into it, what is the Lord requiring of us now? Anybody? Just holler it out. You got to raise your hand, holler it out.
Keeping the commandments.
And what does that consist of? If anybody say they're going to keep the commandments, let's be specific. People out in Google land want to know what the Lord required of them, because they don't know. The Christians out there don't know what's required of them. They think they can do anything and pray and say, "Oh, Lord, forgive me," and that's a done deal. So what are the things that the Lord is requiring of us? Anybody? Run them down.
Keep the dietary law.
Keep the dietary law, which means
Not eat crab, shrimp, lobster. Eat meat that have terrestrial animals that have cloven hoofs, and chew the cud, fish with scales, things like that.
I know people, they think that's kind of vague for them. They don't know. They want to know exactly, can we eat tuna? Can we eat all these things? Exactly. That's what they want to know. Can't eat tuna?
Right.
Man,
Right.
those are the things. What else you got?
Well, basically, you were saying that, no shellfish.
No shellfish.
Shellfish, and Adam made Eve, whatever that joke was, Adam made Eve, but no.
Not Steve.
Yeah.
Adam made Eve, not Steve.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which means what? Can be no girl on girl and guy on guy.
Right.
Trying to keep it
Alternative lifestyle.
There you go. The alternative lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Sean, you got something too? You gonna add?
I'm gonna say love you, brother.
Love your brother. When we love our brother, it's going back to what the brother said here, keep the law, statutes, commandments. But people don't know that. That's why we've been specific. Give us some things that people can actually follow. Anything else?
Keep the Sabbath day and the holy days.
That's a good one. Keep the Sabbath days holy unto the Most High God. You understand? Anybody else got anything else? Go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir, if I could.
Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Wear the proper clothing.
Proper clothing, exactly. Being properly clothed. Let's don't be out there wearing, y'all know, next to nothing. Our sisters out there wearing next to nothing. Nowadays, you got the brothers wearing them hoochie daddy shorts. I know you like that, sister. They guys wearing them hoochie daddy shorts, man. And they wearing all this kind of things that's inappropriate, man. They're wearing clothes down, almost hanging off their butt, man. So, yeah, wearing the proper clothes is definitely important. I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
If I could, keep the Passover, sir.
Damn, it's like keep the Passover. It's going to be coming up real soon.
Right.
Everybody's required to keep the Passover. I'm going to say it because it's a sidebar. Nobody who wants to go to Passover should have a problem getting to the Passover. Our brothers and sisters will help everyone to get to those Passovers. So that shouldn't be a problem saying, I want to go, but I can't because I can't get a ride there. We'll get you there. We'll get you. You might not like how you get there. You have to tie you to the roof and get you there or put you in the trunk. But we going to get you there. The brotherhood sisters going to get you there, man.
Right.
So these are the things that are required of the Lord. Go ahead, brother.
No sleeping with your brother's woman.
Exactly. That's another good one. Don't sleep with your brother's woman. Don't be. The main thing that's going on right now is covenant. Brother, that was good. I like that. I'm gonna add one on top of that because I'm seeing what's happening in Israel. The killing of our young brothers in these rap coveting. Don't covet your brother's stuff, man. Our rappers getting killed because they want what the other brother had. His woman, his cars, his jewelry.
Right.
They get killed in the neighborhood. Just imagine you can't rock your shield down the street because somebody want it. They're gonna murder you to get it. A car that you work hard for, you went and worked, 40 hours a week, whatever the case may be. You got your car that you bought. Now you drive down the street. Now somebody got a gun in your face, jacking you to take it.
Right.
And the Most High's laws, man, this won't happen in the kingdom. These things won't happen in our kingdom. You should be able to enjoy the things that you purchased. You worked hard for it. You should be able to enjoy it. But in these days and age under Esau, we're not enjoying it because the curse that we're not enjoying it. Our brothers and sisters are coveting one another stuff, stealing, robbing from each other, killing each other. And And it's just hell. We are definitely in hell. So tell me hell ain't a place you go to. We're in hell right now.
Right.
We're definitely in hell. Our condition is hell. So these are the things that you better run down and say that is required of Israel. You read it?
Oh God. But to fear the Lord thy God.
Let's go. Start the time. Start the time.
Oh God. Verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul.
You have to fear the Lord, man. Beginning to fear is beginning of wisdom, man. You fear the Lord, you'll be afraid of him. You're gonna be able to do exactly what the Lord says to do. You gotta walk in him. You gotta love him. You can't reach up and hug the Lord. You can't reach up and give him a kiss as your mom and your father. So what you're gonna have to do is follow his laws, statutes, commandments. The things that these brothers and sisters were saying, that's the thing that you gotta do. That's love. Right. Love is following the Lord's commandments. All the things those brothers saying, the dietary laws, certain things you can't eat. Coming on the Sabbath service days. Not cover your neighbor's wives, your brother's wives. Don't do those things. Follow his laws, statutes, commandments, man. Those are things that are required of you in Israel. Keep going.
Verse 13. To keep the commandments.
Do what?
To keep the commandments.
To do what?
Keep the commandments.
Keep the commandments, right?
Of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good, thy good.
Commandment, man, it's something you gotta do. It's a commandment. You follow those commandments, especially if you're a good student of the Lord, you're a soldier. You know these commandments. Do those commandments. Just don't sit there and just say it with your mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna do them. And then when you put under pressure, you fold. You fall under pressure. Right. That happens a lot. We fall under pressure of our spouse, whether it be your husband or your wife. We fall under this pressure. You know what not to do, but yet because your wife got a thumb on you, she's putting pressure on you, you give in. Because your boss gonna tell you if you don't cut that beard, you're gonna lose your job. So what the hell is this job? Do that job. You got to be able to lose things to gain things. You understand? You got to be willing to lose your life and give it back to the Most High God. You can't let no thing or no person make you afraid of actually following what the Lord is telling you to do. Because it's going to come a time where the Lord is going to ask you about that situation. He's going to ask you what happened when your boss told you that you need to cut your hair. You got to shave it bald. All these things, you did it. That's your Lord. That's him. So you don't want to be involved and wrapped up in those kind of things. You want to follow what the Lord has for us. Keep going.
Verse 14, last verse. Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens is the Lord's thy God.
What, the who?
The heavens.
That's the heaven. Where the heavens at? You might know what the heavens at?
Above.
You see this little birds flying around? That's the heaven, right? And then it says the heavens of heavens. Then what are we talking about now? The heavens of heaven.
Outer space.
And then we got the top heaven. What's that?
Like Slocky, like the fourth dimension type.
There we go. I was trying to trick you. I was trying to trick you. I was like, yeah, they just say the Lord is in control of everything from here on up. He's in control of all that. All that belongs to the Lord, man. And that's what we got to remember. All this stuff belongs to the Lord. We used to have a thing in the military. It was called temp loan. They'll give you something that's temp loan to you. And you got to return it back in the end. Everything on earth is temp loan. It's not guaranteed. It ain't yours. Up down to our children. It's not ours. Your car really ain't yours. These children are not yours. Everything on this earth belongs to the Lord. So you got to be willing to lose that. Just let it go. It's not yours. Even your children. Our children may pass on, future children. Who knows? It's been given back to the Lord. Our fathers, our mothers, they may pass on. It's given right back to the Lord. Those are his children. What do we say now? Say we love our people, our kin folks more than the Lord loves them? No, the Lord ultimately loves everything. It's his children, especially Israel. He loves us. So we actually belong to the Lord. So everything on this earth is just temporal. Don't get sucked in with things, and don't get sucked in with this is my car, this is my home, this is my. I'll put it like this. For me, it was if it couldn't fit in my car, I ain't want it. It didn't matter to me. I bounced from Jersey City to Florida, South Carolina to Atlanta. It didn't fit in my car, I lost it. I left it there. I left a lot of things, gym equipment, all kind of things. I just left. I just took off because it couldn't fit in my car because I can get it all again. As long as the Lord has the breath in your body, you can get it again. And that's what you have to remember. It's good to plan, it's good to take the thing that you are, but sometimes you just gotta leave. Family members too, sometimes you gotta leave. I moved to Atlanta with nobody was here but just me.
Right.
Me. I love my family.
So Salaki said, you went on an exit.
Damn right. With my mustache, man. Into the wilderness. I've been in the wilderness. We all been in the wilderness. I moved up here with nobody. It was just me coming up here. Had no family, had nobody. I knew no one. But now look what I got. The Lord told me, I promise to give you things. You lose your life for me, I'll give you more in abundance. I got all my brothers here. All my sisters here. All my nieces and nephews. I consider all my nieces and nephews. I got more brothers than I ever thought I would need. I got more sisters than I have. And I love my biological sisters and brothers. But when it comes to coming to the feast days and stuff like that, I'm like, I can't go. I got to come with these brothers and sisters.
Right.
So that's what I do. So I look at all my nephews. I got nieces, nephews. They come up and call me, hey, Uncle Akal. I'm like, well, damn. I love my nephews and nieces, blood, but y'all are my people. Like the Lord said, who is my mother? Who is my father?
Right.
Those who follow the Most High word is my mother and my father. So y'all are my mother and father. I wouldn't give that up for nothing. I wouldn't give that up for man, come over here. I mean, I give you a contract. And you can have millions of dollars. The hell with that. One, I can't rap. Two, I don't need it. I got everything I need right here in this school. If I need $1 million, I can call Officer Dar. He go ahead and cash app it to me. I wait for Conor. I'm gonna try that. Right. I'm gonna try that. But yeah, so don't get fooled by these things of the world, man. Just keep the law, statutes, commandments, and the Most High God, and really trust it. We always say trust the process, and in the weightlifting and stuff, trust the process. Lord, trust the process. Trust the Lord, man. He know what you need. He'll cover for you. All right.
Well, as far as that $1 million,
Oh yeah.
Pray with supplications.
Oh, he gonna have something to say.
Don't worry, it's coming. It will come to you.
All right, go ahead and finish that out, man. Verse 14.
Okay. The earth also, with all that therein is.
Cover that, and the earth also. Everything is ours. With that being said, anybody got any get ready to close up? I know we started a little bit late. We can go over a little bit more. Brothers definitely got to go out to camp, so gonna get ready for that. But does anyone have anything to say? Comments? Anything like that? Come on, I always got something to say. I'm gonna give it a minute. Somebody always got something to say. Come on. Don't be shy. Well, go ahead, brother.
So, on the dietary law, what it all consists of with seed stuff? Because we said fish with scales, and then I can't remember exactly what it said, but it said all that dwell in the waters.
Right.
So what about the plants that are in the water? Can we eat stuff like that?
Let's go ahead and get it. You want to get that? Leviticus.
Chapter 11.
So I can say.
Go ahead, man. You got it.
Come.
Tell them where you at.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, and I'm going to start at verse 9.
All right.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters.
Say it again.
Of all that move
all the things
in the waters.
No fins, in the scales, in the seas, and in the rivers, of all that move in the water. And go ahead, keep going.
And of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
God damn.
They shall be even an abomination unto you.
That's a damn good question you asked about the plants inside the water. I'm going by what the scripture's saying, and we're going to read it real slowly again. Read it again.
Come. Verse 10. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
So plants in the water are moving living things. Plants live in water and they move. So according to this scripture, is telling us you can't eat that either. But we're going to, I'm going to ask that question to the commanding generals, please above me, because I know a lot of people eat that sea moss and things like that. That's in the waters. That's a great question. I never even thought about that.
Like
So
stuff
damn,
like
good question. Clap
sushi
up for him,
and
man.
stuff like that.
If I could,
Salaki, sir.
if I could, with that kind of question, what vegetables do you eat?
What do you
What like vegetables do you eat? What green vegetables do you eat?
broccoli, celery, stuff like that.
Okay, so now that's like plant life essentially. So like there's no problem eating plant life, right? Now, do you eat leaves off the trees? Do you eat like poison ivy? No, you're not worried about that. But now the thing is, like, when it comes to plant life in the sea, like, we're not necessarily worried about plant life.
Right.
But they're plants. There's no problem with it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not sure. No, of course we'll go to Commander Yahanna with that, but I don't think there should be an issue as far as plant life in the sea.
Come.
Go ahead, bro.
If I may, verse 11 might give the clarity on that as well. Come. Book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 11. They shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination.
I'm gonna tell you that I'm not 100% knowing that answer, that question. I'm not gonna go one way or another right now. I'm gonna say, let me get more clarity on that, and I'll let you know. Because a lot of brothers and sisters do eat that sea moss that's in the sea. And I didn't think I had a problem with it, but hey, I'm going to make sure that I'll get the answer for you. We'll make sure. Good question, man. Anybody else? Anybody else got a comment, question? Most High Christ. Anything you want to say? Oh, you good? All right, Most High Christ. You can go ahead and get closing on up.
By Yasharla.
Imagine, which means to stand. Al-Pakadam means face the east. In Israel, sorry. This Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa. Shamayim. Dash. I.S.U.P.K. Yahawa.
This Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. In earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our debts, forgive our debtors. It's not to temptation, take us from evil. Thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. So, Shabby, we see time, we're gonna do the anointed prayers. Anybody wants to pray for anyone, brothers and sisters, let us know. Let's go ahead and say out their names. We'll write it down. Taylor.
Okay, oh yeah. Eric Cole.
Eric Cole.
Yes.
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Janice Smith.
Janice Smith.
Alicia Head.
Alicia Head. Alicia Head.
Catherine.
Catherine. Anybody else?
But if we could, so like, we'll just use the first names. That'll be all right with everybody else. To make it easier.
Go.
Deshaun?
Liz Charlotte. Liz Charlotte.
All right, anybody else? Is that it?
A second. You got it, sir? Rakiala. Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Alahayika. Waishanka.
Wayashanka.
Ash'ash. Yahweh. Panyawa. Ahayika. Slaki. Yahweh. Bashim. Yahweh. Barak. Rapah. Magun.
Taylor. Eric. Charlotte. Janice. Alicia. Catherine. Kashan. And Lushana.
Bashim. Yahweh.
Yahushua.
Water.
Aman.
When we said in the name says Yahweh, bless thee and keep them. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give them peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, bless, heal, shield, and protect. All right. That being said, we're going to turn the class over to the priest and officer, Deshaun. All right.
Shalom, Israel. These are the I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew. My ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, upcoming holy convocations. We have we just celebrated the Day of Atonement. Tomorrow will be the Feast of Tabernacle. We would like to invite everybody, Israel, come down to the school. You know what I'm saying? Or if you can't make it here, go online, check out all our platforms. I mean, we got schools damn near in every state. Right, we got schools all across the country. You can't make that perfect. Tune in. Join one of the platforms. I mean, can't nobody do a party like the Most High.
Yeah, right.
I mean, just self-explanatory. But we would like to remind our Akim and our watch to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And we'd like to ask you to Google, if you come to the school, we'd like to ask you to Google the address. that, men of Israel, one curse salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim, means stand. Men of Israel, Amajim, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
And what I said in the Hebrew translated to the English, may the Lord, in the name of Christ, bless you. Yahanna means hands down. Men in school, SARS, turn to sisters. Sisters, Amajim, means stand. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
And what I said in Hebrew translated to English is, may the Lord watch over you in the name of Christ. Yahanna, hands down, class dismissed.